Number 5. Honda Civic, 1996 to 2000. Nobody ever regretted buying a Civic. The 6th generation, EK body, 1.6-liter 4-cylinder, somewhere between 106 and 127 horsepower, depending on the trim. Not fast, not exciting on paper. But here's what matters at $5,000. It starts every morning, it fits in any parking spot, parts cost almost nothing, and every mechanic in America has worked on one. Insurance is cheap, gas mileage is excellent, and if you decide later that you want to modify it, there's an entire industry built around doing exactly that. The Civic doesn't try to impress you. It just works. That's worth more than people realize when you're spending your own money for the first time. Number 4. Mazda Miata NA/NB, 1990 to 2005. People laugh at the Miata until they drive one. Then they stop laughing. The NA and NB generations, 1.6 and 1.8-liter 4-cylinders, 115 to 142 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, and a convertible top that goes down in seconds. Under $5,000, you can find clean examples of both. The secret to the Miata isn't the power, it's the weight. Under 2,300 pounds means every bit of torque actually goes somewhere. The chassis is so balanced that it teaches you how to drive in a way that front-wheel drive cars simply can't. Reliability is exceptional. Parts are cheap and widely available. The only real downside is 2 seats and a small trunk. If that's not a deal breaker, nothing else about this car will disappoint you. Number 3. Toyota Camry, 1997 to 2001. Not glamorous, completely intentional. The 4th generation Camry, 2.2-liter 4-cylinder, or 3.0-liter V6, depending on trim. Reliable to a degree that almost feels unfair to other manufacturers. These engines routinely cross 200,000 miles with basic maintenance. Under $5,000, you'll find plenty of clean examples with reasonable mileage. No enthusiast is going to put this on a poster. But if your priority is getting to work, to school, and back home without a single problem for the next 3 years, there is almost nothing better at this price. The Camry doesn't make promises it can't keep. At $5,000, that matters more than anything else. Number 2. Ford Mustang V6, 1999 to 2004. Every first car should have a moment that makes you glad you bought it. The new Edge Mustang gives you that. A 3.8-liter V6, 190 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, and a shape that still turns heads 20 years later. Under $5,000, the V6 is the realistic target, and it's not a consolation prize. It's genuinely fun to drive, sounds good with a basic exhaust, and carries enough Mustang identity that ownership feels like something. Common issues worth checking. The 3.8 can develop intake manifold gasket leaks. Look for coolant loss and overheating. Check the rear axle for rust if the car lived in a northern state. Outside of that, parts are everywhere and cheap. This is the car you buy when you want something with character and you're willing to do a little homework. Number 1. Toyota Corolla, 1998 to 2002. The most reliable car on this list, possibly the most reliable car ever made at this price. The 8th generation Corolla, 1.8-liter 4-cylinder, 120 horsepower, front-wheel drive. Nothing about it is exciting. Everything about it is correct. Under $5,000, you can find low-mileage examples that have been maintained by careful owners who drove them gently for 20 years and then sold them. Insurance costs almost nothing. Fuel economy is outstanding. Repair costs are among the lowest of any car on the American market. Mechanics charge less to work on them because the job is always straightforward. If this is your first car and your priority is building savings while staying mobile, this is the answer. The Corolla doesn't have a personality. It has a reputation, and that reputation has never once been broken.